Well, for more, let's cross now to Budapest to speak with France 24's Gulliver Cragg. Gulliver, Hungary, it seems, determined to beat its own path as far as this vaccine's concerned.
Yes, and also to milk the fact that it's beating its own path for communications purposes. The Hungarian Prime Minister and the Foreign Minister have both been extremely critical of the European Union for being too slow in approving and obtaining vaccines, and saying that Hungary had to go it alone in order to make its population safe, and also in order to be able to move out of lockdown sooner. The fact is, of course, that Hungary approved this Russian vaccine before it had finalised its phase 3 tests, certainly before it had gone through enough tests that the European Union would want it to go through, but before The Lancet had published the final results of Sputnik V, saying that it was pretty much as effective as the AstraZeneca vaccine, which suggested it is very effective. Basically, it seems the Hungarian authorities made quite a risky bet and have, in a way, won. And they're very, very happy about this, because now the European Union is, of course, looking to perhaps also finally approve the Sputnik V vaccine. And you can be sure that if they do so, Viktor Orban will present it as if the European Union had recognized the fact that he was right all along, which is not really the case. This is, of course, happening in a context in which there is constant antagonism between Budapest and Brussels because of Viktor Orban's authoritarian style of government. The last opposition radio station in Hungary was just closed, just to cite the latest example of the drift towards authoritarianism in Hungary, which the European Union seems powerless to stop, despite the fact that the majority of Hungarians clearly support the European Union. I think at the moment Viktor Orban is savouring what he sees as a communications victory against Brussels with this decision to approve the Russian vaccine.
So, Gulliver, how exactly is the rollout of Sputnik V going down with people in Budapest?
Well, first of all, let's not forget that for many years now, Hungarians have had somewhat limited access to opposition media, or at least the narrative pushed by the state media is a very, very strong and very clear one. And you do hear a lot of people basically kind of regurgitating it to put it in a sort of caricatural way. The message is, well done, Orban, standing up to Brussels for the good of the Hungarians, and they feel like they're doing the right thing. That said, before the publication of the results in The Lancet confirming that Sputnik V was effective, a lot of Hungarians were very skeptical about it. But that skepticism seems to have pretty much dissipated now. And even a lot of people, though not all, who I spoke to who were opposed to Viktor Orban said that they thought that approving the Russian vaccine was nevertheless the right decision. Politics, geopolitics, propaganda should be put to one side. If the jab is effective, then they want to have it because they really want to get as many people vaccinated as soon as possible and to be able to lift the lockdown as soon as possible. Like everywhere in the world, people here are really suffering economically and psychologically from this lockdown, and they want it to end.
Gulliver Cragg in Budapest, thank you very much.